Hi, my name's Martin Boetz. I'm from the Cook's Co-op, and today I'm going to be cooking son-in-law eggs with free-range farm-fried eggs. It's a really delicious dish, deep-fried crunchy eggs with a caramelised palm sugar and tamarind dressing. Just the plain palm sugar that you get in any supermarket. It's the golden palm sugar. It's the golden palm sugar. It doesn't have a really caramelised taste to it, so it's really important to use this one for this particular dressing. And I'm just going to add it to the wok. Within that palm sugar, I want to infuse some flavour. And the flavour that I want to infuse in there is some aromatics. So I'm going to put some lime leaves and some lemongrass. And we're going to be using coriander in our garnish or on the top, so I'm just going to use some of the root of the coriander, and it has the most flavour in it. And I would just want to add that to it. And I also am going to add some echalot, and you don't need to peel it, just adding the echalot into the palm sugar as well. And just for a bit of kick, I'm going to add some chilli. The palm sugar melts quite quickly, and to make it melt even quicker, just add a dash of water to it, and that will break down the sugar quite quickly. And what we need to do is just let that melt and slightly caramelise. All the echalots need to be sliced basically the same thickness, otherwise it'll be uneven and it won't work. So I've got a little handful already here. My oil's heating up, or heated up, and just keep stirring them around until they change to a lovely pine colour. You can see now that my palm sugar in my other pot is bubbling away, and also all of the ingredients, all that fresh ingredients that I added is starting to wilt, because all of the flavour that is in the chilies and the echalot and all the flavour that is in the echalots and the chilli and the lemongrass and the lime leaves are all infusing into the sugar, and that's what makes this dressing so delicious. And just remembering while you're stirring, you keep the temperature right down, because it's really important not to have it too hot, otherwise your echalots will burn. And also, as your palm sugar caramel is reducing, keep the temperature down. You don't have to rush it, because this small amount, 250 grams, is going to probably take only 5 to 10 minutes anyway. I'm still stirring, and you can see that the echalots have now started to change colour, and see how golden they're getting. So that's sort of at the point that we need to now drain them. Give them a good shake, so get all the oil out of them, and when the sugar caramelises or starts to cool in the echalot, they get lovely and crisp. And our palm sugar is now ready. So it's just started to caramelise, and it's got a lovely golden colour to it. And I'm just going to add the tamarind, which is going to stop the caramelisation. And I'm going to add some fish sauce. Now the fish sauce is going to give it that saltiness. So our sauce is ready. Sweet, sour and salty. So sweet from the palm sugar, sour from the tamarind and salty from the fish sauce. Aromatics are in there, infused in there. I'm just going to let that come back to the boil. I've just put the oil back in there, as I said, and what I want to do, I've got some dried red chilies here, and I'm just going to add those into the oil, and I just want to deep fry those as well. Now, they're seeded dried red chilies, and they only need to go in for like 30 seconds. So our tamarind dressing has come back to the boil, and I only want to bring it back to the boil, and I'm going to drain it, draining all of those aromats out, and we can set that aside. The main part of this dish obviously is the deep fried eggs, so we're going to use 2 of the eggs to start with. The reason we don't use the vegetable oil that we did the deep fried echalots in is that it could potentially burn, and it'll turn the egg or make the eggs acrid, so we don't want that. So I'm just going to heat some fresh oil in there, and we'll just break the egg into the hot oil, and then get the other egg in. And just let them really caramelise, and once they form that crust on the outside, which is really important, so it's lovely and crisp, and we want that texture of the crisp egg, with the slotted spoon, remove it, Put it on the absorbent paper. We'll turn that oil off now. And you can see how lovely and crisp that is on the outside. And the egg yolk's still nice and soft in the centre. And you can see how lovely and thick and luscious this palm sugar syrup is. Putting that over the egg. Our deep fried shallots, which is an important part of the dish. Again, the beautiful chilies that are lovely and crisp and golden. A little bit of garlic, some coriander, and some fresh chili as well on the top of that. So there's the dish, the son-in-law eggs with the caramelised palm sugar and tamarind dressing. Nice and crisp on the outside, lots of texture, and it's delicious.